Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
RT World News, August 15, 1739 America, New York. Taliban spokesman says Afghan war is over. Militants convinced, foreign forces won't repeat failed experience in Afghanistan. With Taliban militants roaming Kabul's presidential palace with impunity, the group has declared victory in its two-decade fight against the U.S. and Afghanistan's Western-backed government. New York Times World News, August 15, 1723 America, New York. Your Monday briefing. The Taliban take Afghanistan. Taliban fighters on a Humvee near the company roundabout in Kabul, Afghanistan. RT World News, August 15, 1719 America, New York. Canada's Trudeau calls snap election for September, seeking majority control of Parliament to push through Liberal Party bills. Canadian PM Justin Trudeau has set the stage for an early national election on September 20, giving his Liberal Party a chance to seize control of Parliament and prevent Conservatives from blocking its legislative agenda. RT World News, August 15, 1657 America, New York. Israeli PM stirs online outrage after saying elderly are in mortal danger if they don't get third COVID-19 vaccine shot. Online critics blasted Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett for bringing COVID-19 fearmongering to new heights, after he warned that even fully vaccinated senior citizens are in mortal danger if they don't get a booster jab.
ABC News International, August 15, 1647 America, New York. Algeria detains 36 in mob killing of man amid wildfires. Algerian authorities say they have detained 36 people in the mob killing and burning of a man in a town in the country's Kabyle region that the crowd wrongly suspected of starting dozens of wildfires.
World CBS News, com. August 15, 1630 America, New York. Live updates. Pentagon sending another 1,000 troops to Afghanistan as Taliban takes control. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani fled Kabul as the U.S. evacuated Americans from the country.
ABC News International, August 15, 1624 America, New York. Taliban spokesman tells AP the militants are holding talks aimed at forming an open, inclusive Islamic government. Taliban spokesman tells AP the militants are holding talks aimed at forming an open, inclusive Islamic government.
New York Times World News, August 15, 1621 America, New York. Afghans working for U.S. government radio fear Taliban backlash. The Afghans working for the U.S. government broadcasters in Kabul have long been targets of the insurgents, who killed a journalist in November. Lights in the windows of the United States Embassy in Kabul on Sunday night.
Wall Street Journal World News, August 15, 1615 America, New York. Intelligence reports from Afghanistan missed one key element: speed. U.S. officials are conflicted over whether intelligence failures may have contributed to the swift Taliban takeover of Afghanistan.
New York Times World News, August 15, 1602 America, New York. UN Security Council to hold emergency meeting on Afghanistan. It remains unclear how the Taliban would be regarded by the United Nations should the movement declare itself the legitimate power in Afghanistan. Taliban members at the entrance to the Intercontinental Hotel in Kabul on Sunday.
Mirror World News, August 15, 1543 America, New York. Afghanistan president fled nation to prevent flood of bloodshed, as Taliban seize Kabul. Ashraf Ghani's departure has left the hardline Islamists close to a return to power 20 years after they were chased out by the U.S.
New York Times World News, August 15, 1542 America, New York. Afghans working for U.S. government broadcasters fear Taliban backlash. The Afghans working for the U.S. government broadcasters in Kabul have long been targets of the insurgents, who killed a journalist in November.
ABC News International, August 15, 1541 America, New York. Afghan president was isolated before slipping into exile. President Ashraf Ghani has quietly slipped out of Afghanistan, a lonely figure after 7 years as president.
Mirror World News, August 15, 1516 America, New York. Brit student, stuck in Afghanistan, in plan to visit all the worst places in world. Miles Routledge, a 21-year-old Loughborough University student, claims he is in a United Nations safe house after traveling to Afghanistan for a holiday just days before the Taliban takeover.
Fox World News, August 15, 15:15 America, New York. Death toll from Haiti quake hits 724 as tropical storm looms. The death toll from a devastating earthquake in Haiti rose to 724 on Sunday as rescue workers scrambled to find survivors buried under buildings a day after the 7.2 magnitude quake and as a tropical storm bore down on the Caribbean nation.
New York Times World News, August 15, 1512 America, New York. Florida school board defies Governor DeSantis's masking ban. After Broward County officials voted to impose a mask mandate, Governor Ron DeSantis threatened to revoke their pay. Dr. Rosalind Osgood on Face the Nation, on CBS on Sunday, August 15, 2021.
BBC News World, August 15, 1507 America, New York. Roger Federer will be out for many months as he prepares for further knee surgery. Tennis great Roger Federer says he will be sidelined for many months as he prepares to have further knee surgery.
ABC News International, August 15, 1443 America, New York. Al Jazeera airs footage of Taliban fighters in Afghan presidential palace. Al Jazeera airs footage of Taliban fighters in Afghan presidential palace.
RT World News, August 15, 1426 America, New York. Afghanistan's Ghani claims he resigned to prevent Taliban slaughter in Kabul as blasts reported at palace and abandoned U.S. embassy. Multiple explosions have been reported in Kabul's key locations, including the presidential palace and U.S. embassy. President Ashraf Ghani, who fled the country, has broken his silence, stating that he'd quit to prevent bloodshed.
BBC News World, August 15, 1401 America, New York. Will Taliban take country back to past, asks John Simpson. What sort of nation will Afghanistan be after 2021, asks the BBC's World Affairs editor John Simpson.
ABC News International, August 15, 1354 America, New York. U.S. military officials. Kabul airport now closed to commercial flights as military evacuations continue. U.S. military officials. Kabul airport now closed to commercial flights as military evacuations continue.